What's happening, YouTube? James Hoff, licensed realtor out here in sunny Southern California. It's it's a little gloomy today, but whatever. We are in the middle of our RERAW's Project 19 series for COVID-19 or coronavirus series. I know, I'm touching my face. I always do that. I feel like I do at the beginning of the video. I put some sanitizer on. Don't judge me. But we're talking about how to survive the real estate market and how to survive in this crazy, strange time that we're going through with the rapid changes that are happening in the national state of emergency, and like how different states and different levels of containment are happening, and some people are being quarantined on different levels, and schools are being shut down, and like the world seems to be like shutting down for a little while to try to get this thing under control. And the question is how do you get to contain how do you get to maintain your business or grow your business during these times without taking a big hit, if any hit at all? So before I go anywhere, if there's anything that we haven't talked about or that you haven't seen on here, or that like stuff that you would like covered, topics that we haven't addressed yet, would you do me a favor and put it in the comments? Like, what are you having trouble navigating, and what can I help you with? If you have questions or are experiencing certain objections or having very specific problems that you'd like content created for, comment below and I'll do my very best to help you navigate that. The second thing before I go into this, this is the third video we're doing about open houses, and this is a different type of open house, which I'll get to in a second, but please make sure you join my free texting community. I'm doing a lot of one-on-one engagement in there, but I'm also doing a bunch of fun stuff where I can send out encouragement and motivation and announcements and tips and tricks and all kinds of fun stuff. So join my texting community. You can add yourself to my contacts by texting 949-216-5448. Again, it's 949-216-5448. And I look forward to seeing you over there. So today, in this video, we're going to talk about open houses. And I've got a couple other videos that discuss open houses. So this is probably video 3 of 3. I talked about a very traditional open house, which you can probably see a suggestion for one of these corners or at the end screen or something. You'll find it. There may even be links in the comments or description below to those videos. But you can do a very traditional open house in this type of environment and still be safe and give yourself some social distancing and best practices so you're not like touching all kinds of stuff. Another video I talked about doing a virtual open house by doing video open houses. Today I want to show you a way to do a virtual open house by leveraging a different technology. It's called Matterport. And before you click away, if you're like, screw Matterport, I know everything about it or whatever, let me just tell you something. My ability to host virtual open houses, my ability to function in open houses with my listings is completely 100% not impacted by the fact that we have this crazy thing happening. Okay, this crazy virus and like all the chaos that's going on out there. My business with respect to open houses has been 0% impacted. And the reason is because I have the ability to allow people to tour my home, my listings, my stuff anywhere in the world, literally anywhere in the world, by putting on VR goggles, by visiting the website on their phone, by using Cardboard, by Google, whatever, or just by visiting online on their desktop or their laptop or their tablet device. So this is another way that you can do an open house. I do 3D Matterport virtual tours on 100% of my listings, unless I don't have the blessing of the seller, which is very, very rare. But sometimes if they have like incredibly expensive artwork or certain things that they refuse to take down or move or just aren't in a position to, sometimes they don't want this. But more often than not, we do Matterport, and I would say that's like 95+% of the time. So I'm gonna share my screen with you. I'm gonna move over to my computer real quick, and I want you to have a look at this with me. So Matterport, if you've never seen it before, and real quick disclaimer, this is right on the Matterport site. All of my stuff are on sites that have tracking pixels and all that. I'm not going to show you on one of mine because I don't necessarily want to be targeting my listings to you. I have that set up already, but they do these great dollhouse plans for you. So if you've never seen Matterport, what they are is like an infrared. They're a camera that can be controlled from a tablet device, typically an iPad, and they do these like mapping things because it's an infrared camera, and so when they set it down, you can actually see the home. And they give you these cool dollhouse plans, but you can also look at the floor plan, right? And you can look at the floor selectors. So I want to see the ground floor. I want to see the lower level. I want to see the second floor. I want to see the first floor, right? So I can see all that stuff here in this Matterport deal. But if I just want to look at the, oh, give me that, show me all of it. There we go. I want to see the regular floor plan, or the be able to take people on a virtual tour through an open house. This is what's really cool. Number one, I can just send people to a site, or I can embed this into my site, and they can go on the tour themselves. But number two, I could do a live Zoom or share my screen, and I could take people on a tour of this home. Let me get in here. There we go. I can take people on a tour of this home by just having them join me as we walk through it together. So let me kind of show you what exactly that looks like. If I can, let me find my front door here. Where is it? I just had it a second ago. All right, let me come down over here. Oops. All right. So what's cool about Matterport is the way that these are set up is, you notice this dot that I have here, and you'll see that usually it turns blue, but you'll see that dot there on the floor. Anywhere that you see a dot on the floor is another place that they set the camera. Here's another one over here that they set the camera and took a full 360 shot. And what's beautiful about it is it's literally like you're walking through the home to all these different locations. So I can tell people like, hey everybody, I'm going to take you on a virtual tour of my open house. Thanks for being here. This is a live screen, a live cast. So if you have questions as we go through, just let me know. I can look up, I can look down, I can look all around so you can see what's going on. And if you have virtual reality goggles, anytime that you look at one of these circles and you line the circles up, it'll automatically move to that circle. Okay, it just stays there for like 2 seconds and then it'll move you. So watch. I say, well, we're at the front door and we're walking through, and here we are in the great room. I was thinking grand piano. Here we are in the great room. Look at how nice and open this floor plan is. You can really get a feel for what we're looking at, and you'll notice that it's kind of, the staircases are open and just kind of like this really unique floor plan. Let's kind of walk through the great room a little bit as we go over to the more towards the family room. You'll notice that we have the sliding doors that open all the way up, right? So this is what's cool about it, guys, and I'm going to take myself away from my own narrative, but what's cool about it is you can really like go through the whole property. I mean, look at this. There's a dot over here. There's going to be a dot in front of the fireplace. I mean, I could sit there and go, okay, cool. I want to count the logs in the fireplace, right? Like those are all things I can do. And it's just really nice to have that opportunity. So you can literally take someone through a virtual tour of your listings by having Matterport shot. Now let's see what these buttons do. If you click on this, it says East Garden. Okay, so that gives you your location. Sometimes they have still pictures that you can click on. Down the bottom, you'll see a share this space. You'll see a view in VR, which is virtual reality, and then view in full screen, so we can open that up even more if we want to. But look at this, guys. I mean, here we go. There's a patio, so I want to be taken over there. Awesome. Now I can look at the patio. Isn't that great? Now, this camera is limited to indoors, and the reason is because they have to have, with the infrared technology, they got to have the ability to like bounce stuff off walls and all that fun stuff. So I don't know all the technical things, but how cool is this that you can really walk through the house? You know, so let's go over here. Let's take a look at the kitchen. Let's see what things look like. Look at how spacious this is. We've got cabinets on this side. Isn't that beautiful? We got a bar top over there, right? So there's all these different, let's pop over to this side. There's all these different things we can look at. Oh, there we go. There we are out on the patio. They're getting better at their ability to do some of those things. Okay, so let's go back. I just totally messed myself up here. There we go, back to the kitchen. All right, so it's cool because you guys have the ability to really show people around. You have the ability to show people around. They can literally walk over here and go, cool, are there cabinets on this side? Oh, there's not. It's just over here. Here's the electric cooktop. Here's the, the microwave, all these things. oh, you've got is this a wet bar or a wine bar or a wine refrigerator? Like, what do we got over here? Isn't it nice that we can see that? Look, it's lit underneath. So what's nice is you can take people through it and then go, okay, cool, let me just show you where we are right now. Here we are in the kitchen or wherever, right? And then as they go through the dollhouse, or as you go through the dollhouse, you can take them to different areas. Let's go upstairs. Look they literally put the camera on the different stairs so that you can go and look around as you walk up. It's blurry down here because that's where the camera is actually situated. But look at that. It's illuminated under the rails. Cool. So let's go up this staircase here. This is another way that you could host an open house. Now, is this as clean? Does it feel a little more choppy? Yeah, it might feel a little more choppy, right? I'm going to stop sharing my screen with you for a minute. I'm going to pop back in front of the camera. I mean, look at this, you guys. You can literally like, oh, cool, look, there's the toilet, there's the sink, there's the whatever, right? So how cool is it that you can see all of it? Yeah, there's what the camera looks like. Always fun to see that in the mirror. All right, so here's the thing, though, guys, and this is the whole point. This is the whole point of this, okay? When you have an opportunity to leverage technology like this, you got to start doing it. I know that Matterport, could be hundreds of extra dollars, but you know what? Sometimes it's better for us to invest that money. I don't want to get into a bigger topic than is necessary, but I want you to think about something for a minute. There's all this talk about quote unquote discount brokers, which I don't believe in. We all work for the wage that we think is fair. So I'm not a believer that discount brokers exist. Some brokerages just have learned to work with different margins, and are more volume based instead of margin based. It is what it is. But where I was going with that is, you have the opportunity to show more value and to show more worth. You want to be able to charge higher prices for commission. Isn't it nice that you invest in better technology, better situations, better exposure tools, better whatever? What's nice about this is it literally doesn't matter. Now this is my little utopia, my dream that every agent would do this. But can you imagine how incredible it would be if every single agent did a Matterport virtual tour or a three-dimensional virtual tour that you could go through just like this? Put VR goggles on. Literally go onto their website, onto Matterport.com. It's Matterport.com. I'll put a link below. Go to Matterport.com. No, I'm not an affiliate, but you can go there and literally you can put on virtual reality goggles if you have them. Like get the Google Cardboard. They're like $10 or whatever, and stick your smartphone in the end, and your phone will literally work as VR goggles, and it'll put it in the mode so that you can go through and look around. Dude, it is crazy. But my little utopia, my perfect world, is that every agent would just start doing Matterport. And then instead of you having to go out and show 10, 15, 20, 30 homes, you could have people come to your office. All of you could put on VR goggles and go walk through the house together virtually. Or your clients could go walk through their 10 favorite homes virtually on their own. And then you can take them out to see their top 3 in person or whatever. There's just so much opportunity. And although I'm not very happy that my kids are out of school for 5 weeks and it's a lot of extra stuff that we have to navigate. Of course, I'm happy to be able to spend time with them, and I'm happy we're taking the appropriate measures that are necessary to hopefully contain this damn thing and get it figured out. But it creates some challenges. But the part that I'm most excited about is all these institutions, all the schools, all the universities, all these places, so many of them are instituting an online, a digital education. And I'm curious to see how we flex our tech muscle and find out what we're capable of. And you too have the opportunity to flex that muscle and to start doing things differently so that when these things happen in the future, you can be like the position that I'm in, where I've been using Matterport almost since it came out. I don't even know, 5 years ago, 4, 3, 5, 7, I don't know, a long time ago. Not that long ago, but a while ago, right? I've been using Matterport for years and years and years and years and years. And the reason I'm able to not be disrupted in the way that I present properties is because I go, okay, cool. If I'm not allowed to go out and show them, then I can just show my listings like this. And the disadvantage, if you're a buyer's agent and nobody's done a virtual tour like this, they don't have the Matterport technology on their listing, then I sure hope somebody was wise enough to go through and do a virtual tour of the home, at least by doing a video, even though it's not as good. Just isn't, sorry. It's just not as good. People don't have the control to spend as much time in a room and all that unless they pause the video and they have to look wherever you point the camera. This Matterport technology is literally 3D virtual, can see 360 up and down and all around, and you can almost see an entire sphere of content right in front of you. And so I would just encourage you to start investing in technology so that we as an industry, and I will take this to that bigger level, so that we as an industry can not just push and promote our own listings. You know, oh, James, well, it's expensive, and I don't have as big of a, you know, big of a budget to market a place because it's a few $100s to shoot a house, and you know, I don't know, like my average home price is under $100,000. Like, okay, that's fine. Then start charging more money, guys. If you show value, you can get more money, right? If you tell people that it's valuable and it's really necessary in today's world, especially now. Look at the position that we're in, right? And for me, I don't have to worry because this is a normal practice for me. But if you're not deploying Matterport or some sort of virtual tour ability, and no, I'm not talking about taking all the still pictures and putting them in a freaking slideshow that you upload to YouTube. That's bullshit. That's not a virtual tour. That's a freaking slideshow of pictures, and anybody can do that. Anybody can also do this. And yes, it takes a little bit more time. It might cost you a little bit more money, but the absolute magnitude of the impact that it can have on your business, especially during a time like this, especially during a time where travel may become limited, especially during a time where people are still shopping for houses, but it's harder to get to where they're trying to go. This is an opportunity for you, and I highly encourage you to take it. So Matterport, check it out. Check out the other open house videos that I've got. There should be links below so that you can see those. A more traditional open house and information on just that video tour, and a couple suggestions on how you shoot that from your cell phone if you want, whether you go live or do it pre-recorded and then post it later, all that stuff. And then don't forget, if there's any content that you'd like me to create that isn't created yet, please post below. Like what are you struggling with? What are you trying to navigate? What objections are you hearing that you're having a hard time overcoming? I'm here to help you. Ooh, losing my voice. Here to help you. If I don't have the answer, which I may not, if I don't have the answer, I'm happy to bring in other resources and we can mastermind about that. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe and click that bell so that you can get the updates when new content is posted. I super appreciate y'all being here. And don't forget to join my texting community, 949-216-5448. Again, it's 949-216-5448. I hope you guys crush it out there. Remember, real agents work, and you have to be one of them. Catch you soon.